previously on the practice.
What say you?
We find the defendant, Anderson Pearson, guilty.
It is not evident on the record that Judge Hiller actually ruled in this matter, thereby prohibiting self-defense. The conviction of Anderson Pearson, therefore, stands.
We screwed up by not appealing Judge Hiller's ruling. That's what cost us that appeal. It was malpractice.
You're trying a kid for murder. A kid you know didn't commit murder.
Stop telling me what I know. At best, your boy saw a 15-year-old girl getting mauled and went for a walk. At worst, he killed her. Either case, I have no problem putting him away.
We find the defendant, Kevin Pete, guilty as charged.
What now, Helen? You got your conviction, but for the wrong guy.
Boyfriend bludgeoned a babysitter. We already did one lineup, but we want to run it again.
Why?
Because this is the witness.
He's 4 years old.
Every defendant has a right to confront his own accuser. Without that 4-year-old, a killer walks.
I'm not going to allow it.
I'm afraid you have no choice.
I'm his mother, and I'm going to protect him if no one else will.
This case is dismissed. The defendant is free to go.
Oh.
As I told your dad, I'm convinced they got the wrong guy. And if they do, that means that this thing was either a mission to frame George Vogelman or somebody was after your sister.
She did spend a lot of time on the internet, talking up people she didn't know.
Would you say that in court?
I guess.
Boyfriend lives alone, brother, big house. Why weren't they considered?
They were checked out. They're both choir boys.
Yeah, but still no official alibi if everyone's asleep. Why not plan B them?
It might be worth a try.
Give them a soft plan B.
Plan B, soft, for both.
Did you murder your sister and frame George Vogelman?
Objection!
Did you follow her to the bar, then go to the motel?
That's sick! You asked us to trust you. You just stole my son's innocence.
He's got to apologize. If he says he's sorry...
He said he's sorry. What do you
Who,
want?
Clinton?
Pearson sentencing is tomorrow. Hiller goes for contrition. I'd actually rehearse him. A good show of remorse can be the difference between 18 and life.
Actually, I'm thinking...
Thinking what?
I'm gonna ask her to reduce the charge to manslaughter.
What?
That's what it really was.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They convicted him of murder because manslaughter wasn't available, not because
Of all the judges, that won't fly with.
Judge Hiller's the last person on earth.
She's all I've got.
Lindsay,
I've done the research.
we need to talk about this.
Wow. Looks like clients are paying their bills.
Tommy.
How you doing, Bobby? Jimmy. Hey, Ellie.
Hey, Tommy.
What's up?
Well, this is a little delicate. That's why I'm here in person. Actually, I had kind of a long night of the soul before I represent Steve Robin and his dad. We're suing you.
What?
I know. I'm not too thrilled. But, and I had to name you guys personally, too, in case you try to dissolve the partnership or something.
Steve Robin?
Yeah, brother of the victim in your Vogelman trial. Eugene accused him of being the killer. That's defamation, intentional infliction.
You can't sue for that. We have qualified immunity.
Well, you're probably right, but my research says we might make a go of it.
You got a lot of nerve.
Well, thing is, you say something like that to a grieving brother, accuse him of killing his own sister when you know he didn't. That's bad. Personally, I don't think it's an excuse that you said it in court. Oh, and look, I have to go for liens on all your property. Got to protect the judgment. You know how it goes. The hearing on that is tomorrow. It's ex-party, but I tell you anyway because we're all in the same fraternity. So, be seeing you.
He can't sue for what you say in court.
Well, he has.
$30 million? God. Hope you don't lose.
There is qualified immunity for what is said in court.
Eleanor, Jimmy, Rebecca, I want you to all get on this. Research it, draft a memo. Eleanor, you take the hearing. Jimmy, notify your insurance.
This case is bogus.
I am not taking chances. We don't want Tommy Silva ever getting this to a jury. Lindsay, in my office. You already went to appeals asking them to overrule Judge Hiller.
And I almost won it. You said so yourself.
The point is, she doesn't like it when lawyers go running behind her back saying she screwed up.
Oh, please.
And springing this on her at sentencing?
I'm not springing it. I'm filing.
You want Pearson hit with life? Because that's what's going to happen.
Not if I persuade...
I know, Zoe Hiller. Your best shot at a reduced sentence is Pearson taking responsibility for the crime. If you go in there still battling a conviction...
I think you're wrong.
Lindsay.
Your strategy is the reason he's in jail, Bobby. Don't tell me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Yes, you did. You keep saying it. You must mean it.
It is not unheard of for a judge to convert a sentence.
Cowboy judges, maybe. But she isn't that. She is by the book. She will rebel against this, and your professor will end up doing more time than he otherwise would. Trust me.
Excuse me, Miss Gamble?
Yes?
I thought that was you, Edward Harrelson.
Hello.
What, have you been able to come up with any more evidence to make the arrest?
I'm sorry. You are?
Edward Harrelson. My daughter was killed by the parish boy. The witness is 4 years old.
Oh.
What, do you have any new evidence?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Well, have you checked?
Well, I will check and get back to you.
You will check?
Today, I promise.
I don't mean to be a pest. He killed my daughter.
I felt about 2 inches tall.
Nothing's changed, Helen. The 4-year-old's all we've got, and he gets less reliable the longer we wait.
Nothing physical, no partial print, tire print.
Trust me, we've tried. I think we're gonna have to be honest with the girl's parents, Helen. The kid who killed their daughter's gonna stay free.
There has to be something we can do.
It is risky. The rest of your life is in her hands. If I get her angry...
Well, can't you bring the motion without getting her angry?
Yes. I mean, I'm certainly not going to antagonize her. But she has little patience for anything unorthodox, and showing up at sentencing asking her to reduce the charge, that's unorthodox.
The upside?
You're looking at 20 minimum on murder 2, probably 25. Manslaughter? Out in maybe 4.
But if we get her angry, I get life.
It's your call.
Let's go for manslaughter.
Tommy. Hey, Dave. Hey, Jerry. Can I steal you a second?
Yeah. I see you, Dave.
Off the record.
Sure.
Between you and me, I think what Eugene did to that kid was out of line. But going after lawyers for what they do or say in court, you sure you want to be doing this?
Like I said, it was a tough call. I mean, the father and the brother, they were in my office in tears. My heart went out.
I've known you a long time. You're a good guy.
Appreciate that.
This is kind of a small town. A lawyer who sues other lawyers. You gotta look at the big picture here.
You know, Jimmy, I appreciate you taking the time to look out for me like this. I hope to pay you back one day.
Miss Gamble, can I come in?
Sure. Danny, you remember Miss Gamble? Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Let's go in the kitchen.
I know the last thing you're gonna want to hear is me asking again that your son testify at a probable cause hearing. But the killer is still out there, Miss Walsh. What if he were to kill somebody else?
I have never denied being totally selfish about this.
No, you haven't been selfish. You've been Danny's mother.
And I still am.
See, the thing is, different public defenders are in the courts on different days, ready to take appointments. Some are aggressive, some aren't. Some are lazy, some aren't. Some have little boys of their own.
What are you trying to tell me?
There's one woman, PD. It would go against her grain to be rough on a little boy. If we could arraign the parish kid on the same day that she was in the courts
And suppose the kid manages to hire his own lawyer this time, or the case gets reassigned. Miss Gamble,
Danny still has nightmares. 2 weeks ago, they flashed that parish boy's face on the news, and he started to cry and shake all over, going, "That's him. That's him. I cannot let this."
If I could give you some assurance.
I am sorry. Please.
All right. I at least had to ask. The idea that...
What?
You said he was pointing at the TV going, "him."
Yeah.
And he was upset.
Almost hysterical. Why?
Miss Walsh, would you be willing to testify?
Me? But how can I? I didn't see anything.
If I could persuade the court to let you testify instead of Danny, would you?
I guess I owe you that much.
Arrest him.
I'm meeting Lindsay at the courthouse. I should be back by lunch. You guys set?
Yep, we're ready. Jimmy got all the research on attorney immunity. The case law looks good.
You know who's sitting?
Pat.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for, him. I just want you to know, I hoped to deliver the summons myself, but, Mr. Silver didn't think it's smart.
Since you're represented by counsel, Mr. Ryman, I really shouldn't speak with you.
I came to make one request. The doctors give me about 6 months. I would appreciate you not dragging it with delays, like I know lawyers are capable of doing. Win or lose, I'd like to play this out before I go.
All rise. Be seated.
I'll hear from the defense.
Your Honor, I have a motion together with a memorandum of law asking you to commute Mr. Pearson's conviction of murder in the second degree to one of manslaughter. It wasn't my intent to surprise the court. I just made this decision. I'm certainly willing to give the Commonwealth time to respond.
Your Honor, I take strong exception. If she had time to draft a memorandum, she had time to make a phone call.
To the court as well.
I'm agreeing to time now.
The motion is denied.
But I would like to be heard before...
If you felt your client should have been charged with manslaughter, you should have raised it before trial.
We have no right or authority to tell the Commonwealth what to charge.
So what are you doing now?
You have the right, as a judge, in the interests of fairness.
And if you asked me to consider it, maybe...
You can act without a lawyer having to ask you.
You're not fooling me, counsel. You kept this card in your deck. Go through with the trial, and if we lose, argue prosecutorial misconduct not to charge manslaughter.
That's not what I'm doing.
It is. You're looking for a free bite.
I am not looking for you to take...
The answer is no.
Hey! Can you at least read it? If you want to hold me in contempt, fine, but you have been strong-arming this case from the start. This stinks!
I'm glad you didn't set out to antagonize her.
That's the first time I've really lost it since I was 6. I'm playing my brother at Candyland. I sent the board flying.
Lindsay, you lost it with me a few weeks ago over this case. Now, I'm going to go see Judge Hiller and try to talk you out of jail. Then, I think I should take over.
You're not ready on this. There's a lot of research involved.
I can take over on straight sentencing. I think we should just drop this Hail Mary for manslaughter.
Pearson wants to go for it.
You talked them into going for it. Even if there was a shot, which I don't think there ever was.
This is my case.
It isn't your case. It's our case. Pearson came in looking to hire me. Remember? You co-opted this case, I let you, but I'm taking over now. Just hope it's not too late.
22664, Commonwealth versus James Parrish, murder in the first degree.
Michael Forbes for the defendant, Your Honor. We'll waive reading
I'd also be asking that my client be released, OR, pending.
The Commonwealth is opposed to any bail, Your Honor.
This is the second time they've arrested my client. They couldn't even satisfy probable cause the
This
first
time
time.
they can.
It amounts to harassment.
The defendant committed murder, Your Honor. Under current law, it is not considered harassment to arrest him.
I'm denying bail. PC hearing tomorrow at 10 o'clock. That's all.
He has his own lawyer. A pretty aggressive one, actually. I've been up against him before. Great. Danny won't be taking the stand, only you. Come on, let's go to my office, go over your testimony.
The law is unequivocal. A lawyer enjoys immunity for conduct which
Qualified immunity, not absolute.
Oh, come on, Tommy. This is a murder trial. A case where the police failed to investigate. We certainly have to be allowed to consider other suspects.
Of course you do, but that doesn't give you the right to make bold-faced lie accusations.
We didn't do that.
Your Honor, you have the transcripts. They called my client the killer, said he killed his own sister. And our complaint alleges they didn't have a good faith belief in that accusation.
If you read the transcripts closely, you will see we raised the possibility. There is
Here's
a big...
the newspaper from the next day. Defense accuses brother.
Oh, so we now rely on journalists to state the facts?
My point is, this kid had to walk around every day with people looking at him funny. Did he kill her? Always a little truth behind stuff like that. They painted him as hapless, desperate, and homicidal, all as part of a defense plan to get their client off. And it worked. Good for them. Mr. Vogelman walked, but Steve Robin got left with his reputation crippled. They say they have immunity to behave this way. I disagree. Acts in court have to be conducted in good faith, and there's warrant.
Who's kidding who? Look at what the prosecutors were doing. They withheld evidence from us in this case. They pretty much didn't even investigate for fear the true facts would screw things up. They had our backs up against a wall, and we did everything and anything we could to fight back. And now he's suggesting that witnesses who get cross-examined a little too tough should be allowed to sue us? That is laughable.
Someone calls you a murderer. I doubt you'd laugh.
Come on,
All right.
Tommy.
You've made your arguments. Now I'm going to think about it.
Knock, knock.
What a nice surprise. I assume you're here to invite me to a movie?
It's her law professor. She's emotionally caught up in the whole thing.
Ah, I see. Then I should have anticipated having a brief hurled at my head.
She's sorry.
Is it me, or... I seem to be hearing that a lot in court lately. I'm sorry. Did I miss something? Did I'm sorry suddenly become an affirmative defense?
Well, truth be told, Your Honor, you stepped a little bit over the line yourself, not bothering to even read the brief.
I don't need to read the brief. All I had to do was look at the letterhead and see your firm's name attached to it.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means all you people do is stunt. You argue jury nullification every chance you get, or moral duress.
We didn't.
In this one, you came in claiming self-defense, then you switched to involuntary act.
It's called a zealous defense, which every client is entitled to.
Was it a zealous defense last week when Eugene Young stood up in court and accused the victim's own brother of killing her?
That case has nothing to do with this.
It has everything to do with who and what. You even blindsided Helen Gamble, calling her to the stand. You don't play straight, Bobby. And I am so sick of it. So when you walk in here after a verdict with yet another of your little tricks, don't expect me to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I expect you to read the brief. I expect you not to punish a criminal defendant just because you don't like the lawyers. I expect you to rule without letting your own personal feelings get in the way.
You should have thought of that.
Let me finish.
I don't have to let you finish. I am the judge.
Then act like one. You're angry at Lindsay Doe because she got the appeals court to... And you're too competitive, not to mention stubborn, to admit.
Get out of this room.
You used to be about fairness. Now you're all about ego. You're not the judge I used to respect.
Keep
That I do
talking,
know. What I don't know is what
yourself
happened to
with
make
your
you
little
so
friend.
embittered.
Talking,
As an officer of the court, I hold you in contempt.
What time to get out?
10 o'clock.
I thought
thought this was a judge you were on good terms with.
So did I. Where are we on Robbins?
Arguments went okay. I'm drafting up a 12B6, but we may have a much bigger problem. Our malpractice carrier says we're covered on negligence claims, but intentional infliction, we're on our own.
What? Excuse me?
They're calling it a supervening act.
They can't do that. It happened in court. We're getting sued for what happened in court?
All I'm telling you is what they're telling me.
So if we lose, it's $30 million out of your own pockets?
I thought this thing would be kicked. That's what you guys have been saying.
The judge should rule today.
Sooner the better. We don't need this kind of publicity.
What's happening with Pearson?
Back in again today on sentencing. I'd like to stay on it.
Well, she's probably more angry at me now anyway. Can you keep it under control?
I promise.
And on sentencing, don't be going for manslaughter.
I'd still like to try.
Lindsay, she denied the motion.
I can
You are
renew it. I would just
playing
like
fire
her to
with a big
hear
cannon
it.
Here. No.
The man is 57. 25 years is like a life sentence anyway.
Why don't you let Pearson decide?
His face came on the television screen. It was on the news or something.
The face of James Parrish?
Yes.
And what happened, ma'am?
Danny became very distraught and just started crying and pointing to the television, saying, "There he is. That's the man who killed Cindy."
Miss Walsh, the night after Cindy Harrelson was killed, did you accompany your son Danny to the police lineup?
Yes, I did.
And was he able to identify the person who killed Cindy Harrelson?
Yes. He pointed to that man right there.
Thank you. That's all I have.
You may step down, Miss Walsh.
Your Honor, I would move that Mrs. Walsh's entire testimony be stricken. It's all hearsay.
Testimony regarding the police lineup is arguably hearsay, I admit. But as for what the boy saw on television, what he then said, that's admissible.
Oh, come on. What?
Excited utterances. Miss Walsh testified that her son was crying and became very distraught upon seeing Mr. Parrish's face on television. While in that excited state, he identified Parrish as the killer.
This is legal gamesmanship.
Rules of evidence aren't gamesmanship. The court now has before it admissible testimony identifying James Parrish as the person who killed Cindy Harrelson.
She is backdooring hearsay, trying to prevent the boy from taking the stand, which denies my client the right to confront his accuser.
Your Honor, the accuser for the purpose of this hearing is Janet Walsh.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm finding probable cause. This matter is bound over for trial. The defendant will continue to be held without bail.
You'll never make this stick, Helen.
Something tells me I will. Thank you. This is just probable cause. We still have a long way to go.
I know.
As it stands now, I'm still not confident. You have to know that.
My feeling is that we've already alienated her. To do so further, you could be at a life sentence.
But the odds are we're looking at 30 right now, which could be the equivalent of
I still think
life.
a strong showing of contrition is our best...
Have you read the brief? Has anybody read the brief?
What's going on here? We basically put all our trust in you, and you're in here bickering like...
Mrs. Pearson.
Should we be getting new lawyers?
Meredith.
Well, you're facing life imprisonment. I don't think they know what they're doing. My God. They've been thrown in jail cells themselves. They go from insanity to self-defense to involuntary. Now they can't agree. They don't know what they're doing.
I think I agree with Bobby. We've got to know when to quit. Let me make a statement. I've got a lot of character witnesses. My people at my firm still think I have a shot at 20. So, we'll play it like that. I know you don't want to give up, but it's time.
This is a big, fat can of worms. Allowing lawyers to be sued over strategies they utilize in court. Personally, Mr. Silva, you strike me as every bit the vulture you described them to be in your complaint. but certainly lawyers do have to be guided by good faith. And Miss Frutt, accusing the victim's brother? I hope you showered after. That being said, I'm denying the plaintiff's motion to attach property. As for the complaint itself, I reluctantly admit that it should ultimately be decided by a jury. Defendant's motion to dismiss denied. Adjourned.
What's the big mystery? I thought you'd never be talking to us again after what Eleanor...
I'm not talking. This conversation never took place. I got a killer by the name James Parrish in custody. My whole case is basically a 4-year-old eyewitness. I don't want to put a little boy through a trial. Even if I did, I'd probably have a rough time. Jailhouse confession, I'd do better. He's a cocky kid. My bet he'll talk.
What's all this have to do with me?
This is the part of the conversation we never had. Your client, Kevin Pete, currently serving time for first degree.
Currently awaiting appeal.
Which she won't win. Look, the Parrish kid is going to be put into a cell next to Kevin. I want Kevin to try to get an incriminating statement. Both killed young women, should be able to bond.
Kevin didn't kill her, and you know it.
As far as the law goes, he did, and he's looking at life. Get me an admission from the Parrish kid. I'll bring a motion to reduce your client's conviction to 2nd degree. I'll agree to 25 years. It's half his life back.
If Kevin Pete acts as a police agent...
He's not going in as a police agent. You and I never had this conversation.
So, basically, you're asking me to help you get an unconstitutional confession?
You want to shave off a life sentence for your client? I'm giving you an opportunity.
I'm not going to lie to cover
I'm
you.
not asking you to lie. I'm extending an offer to your client. When the verdict was read, you came over to me and said, "What now, Helen? What now?" Here I am. What now?
Okay. Round 2, I'll hear from the defense.
Your Honor, I'd like to make a brief statement, then I'd like you to hear from Anderson Pearson himself, followed by 3 character witnesses. First, let me begin.
Ms. Doe?
I apologize, Your Honor. My client has instructed me to address you on sentencing only. But as an officer of the court, I feel duty-bound to protect the integrity of this process. And insofar as I feel the prosecution's refusal to offer manslaughter in the alternative.
Your Honor.
Ms. Doe!
And I also know Your Honor's unwillingness to reopen this discussion. But with all due respect, I would like to raise this issue here to preserve...
You did raise it. I denied it. The record...
I'd like to renew it and ask for 10 minutes. That's all. 10 minutes. If you conclude that I have wasted the court's time, I will go right to my cell.
You are pushing this court.
I understand that.
Ten o'clock tomorrow morning. Bring your toothbrush.
That was completely out of line.
Stop yelling at me.
No, I won't stop. You are playing games with your client's
I don't
life.
think I risked alienating her
What
anymore.
are you doing, Lindsay? What are you doing?
We lost it, Bobby. We lost that man's case.
We didn't lose
You
it.
might
The professor
forgive us, but I
did
can't
shoot
just
him
give up
5
because
times.
it's
He shot him 5 times.
Last chance.
What if she gives him life?
I kept it under control. I will keep it under control tomorrow.
I know what Meredith Pearson said today hurt. It hurt me too. But that was an emotional wife. Lindsay, we've done everything we can do for this man. He is a good man. It's unthinkable for him to live his life out in prison. But he did pull that trigger. That's why he's in jail. Not because of you or me.
I'm sorry. In my mind, I have to know that I tried everything.
So am I gonna wear a wire or something?
No. You're being used as a police agent, which means when you talk to him, it would be an interrogation outside of counsel. They don't want any record of it.
So what happens?
They'll put him in the cell next to you with the hopes you two talk. And if you come up with something they can use against him, if you do, there's a chance you could get out of jail one day. A chance. All Helen Gamble can do is make a recommendation. Nothing's guaranteed.
Okay, when are they moving him in?
I'm told he'll be there when you get back. But since you're scheduled for transfer by the end of the week, you gotta make fast work of it.
Yeah, okay.
And Kevin, you can't tell anybody about this conversation, not even your folks. Because if it comes out, your testimony is inadmissible, then the deal is off.
Okay.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't really get him to say much.
What did he say?
Mainly that they'd never nail him. You know, his other lawyer told him all they had was a 4-year-old witness.
Did he ever admit to killing the girl?
Not exactly.
Not exactly?
Well, I said to him, you did it, didn't you? You killed her. And he sort of smiled a little bit and said nothing. And that's when I said, aren't you scared? I told him how there was this public pressure to get me. You know, aren't you scared they'll get you? And that's when he said it.
They'll never get me, not with a 4-year-old witness.
I need more than that.
Maybe not. You got an implied admission. Kevin said you did it. The parish kid said nothing.
Yeah, but how...
Silence in the face of an adverse accusation. That's an implied admission of guilt. Admissible.
I need something stronger.
Here's your problem. Kevin Pete is scheduled for transfer tomorrow. If suddenly he isn't transferred and then comes up with a confession for parish, it's going to look suspicious. If you then go moving to reduce Kevin Pete's charge from first degree to murder 2, they'll figure this out. It's dicey enough as it is. I say go with what you got now. The fact that it's not an outright confession draws less attention. Make your play now.
When Anderson Pearson pulled that trigger, it wasn't self-defense. He shot an unarmed man 5 times. And when we said we wanted to argue self-defense, you quickly said no. Because as a guardian of the court, you were not about to allow tricky lawyering to distort what you knew to be the truth. And standing before you, I'll admit, we were guilty of exactly what you accused us of, Your Honor. We were figuring Anderson Pearson's a good man, the defendant's a bad guy. All we have to do is present self-defense, and at least one juror would bite. You were right. But the prosecution had its own strategy. They didn't want to charge manslaughter because they were figuring that same sympathetic jury would choose that to avoid sending a good man away forever. So they boxed them in with murder 1 or murder 2. These games are played every single day by defense attorneys and prosecutors in courtrooms all across the country.
Yes, it's awful, isn't it? Except when you win.
The problem is, you let them play their hand, but with us...
Because murder 1 and murder 2 were tenable. Self-defense wasn't.
That's a finding of fact, not...
No, it's a conclusion of law based on the facts.
Your Honor, you wouldn't let us distort the truth. You shouldn't either. Your ruling was a finding of fact.
Should I put on my helmet? Are you about to throw your brief?
You shut down self-defense because it wasn't that. But this wasn't murder 2 either. It was an act in the heat of passion. The man showed up at his door with a dead cat. After a month of stalking, he arrives at the doorway, throws down the family pet, which he had just strangled, and Anderson Pearson snapped. It was manslaughter.
So why didn't you ask for an order that manslaughter be charged as a lesser-included offense? I'll tell you. You feared, just like the prosecutors, that if it was available, the jury would opt for it. And just like the prosecution, you wanted to play all or nothing.
Ask yourself what really happened.
Why should I?
Because that's what you did when we wanted to go self-defense. You said to yourself, what really happened, and you took over. Fine, do it again.
Counsel?
Forget about poker and games and lawyers. Just look at the case and call it as you see it. You did it in the beginning. You owe it to Anderson Pearson.
I don't owe anybody.
You know what happened. You know what happened. You know what happened.
Sit down, Miss
You know
Dole.
what happened.
Ms. Dole.
You know what happened.
$2 million. We walk away clean. Up front, nothing structured.
We're not going to cut you a check, Tommy. Is that why you're here?
Yeah, Eleanor, that's why I'm here. And here's why you're going to consider it. I'm willing to drop the defamation, plus the intentional count, settle everything under negligent claims, which means you'll be covered by your policy. It's not your money, just your carrier's.
But you don't think they'll see through that?
Oh, I'm sure they will. But my bet is they'll settle anyway, because the exposure here is too big. I can paint a pretty disgusting picture of you guys. Team Plan B. You could convince your carrier that $2 million is cheap, and you have incentive to do so. Because if that judgment exceeds your policy limit, well, this nice conference table will be mine. And it will be.
Well, in the spirit of a settlement discussion, which is, of course, off the record, let me tell you something. We gave it about half a thought tops before going after the Robin kid. You know why? We don't like to lose. We're every bit as despicable and cutthroat as you say, which you better think about, because we will fight you in the very same way.
I look forward to that.
Good. Because a lawyer suing another lawyer, in this town, you're gonna look like the bad guy. And when we're finished with you, Tommy, you will be the bad guy. You forgot to ask what's gonna happen to you.
These are your scare tactics?
Look at our record, Tommy. We win. And we've got no problem getting ugly. Now get your ass out of this office and go tell your clients that truth is a complete defense to defamation. You take us to court and I promise you we will be screaming he is the killer all over again. And in the court of public opinion, he will be the killer. You're still sitting here, Tommy? Get out.
You're gonna have to do a lot better than that.
You really want to roll the dice with first degree?
First of all, what did you offer this Pete kid? Was he a plant?
Nope.
You sent him in to Linda, trip this
He
guy.
heard what he heard.
And he just happened to come forward, say...
That's what snitches do, Michael. They come forward. Look, I'm sure he'll be looking for something in return. I'm sure you'll use that to impeach him. It doesn't change the fact your guy's in trouble. We have an eyewitness.
Who's for?
But sure of who he saw. Even when he saw him on TV, he recognized him. Your guy was the victim's boyfriend. He threatened her. They broke up. He has no alibi. Now we have the equivalent of an admission. Why are you fighting me? I'm offering voluntary manslaughter, 8 years. He could get life. How could you even think of turning this down?
You wouldn't make the offer if you were so sure.
I'm offering it to spare a 4-year-old kid from testifying. You should be jumping at this.
I'll talk to my client.
Well, talk quickly, because I'll tell you, if even a whiff of this gets out, my boss will be in my office to snuff it. Letting your guy out in 8 years isn't good politics.
Mr. Pearson, I spent the night reviewing the long list of your various achievements. Right up until you committed murder, you were a hell of a guy. A noble lawyer, even, who conducted seminars on how to clean up the profession. I bet you'd have something to say about all the nonsense you've seen go on in this room, however much of it's been on your behalf. I realize I did incorporate my sense of the facts into some of my pretrial orders. And under the theory that a judge has an obligation to at least be consistent. In the interest of justice, I'm reducing the conviction to manslaughter. The defendant is sentenced to 2 years medium security credit for time served. We're adjourned.
Oh, my God.
Well done. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks for coming in. It doesn't measure up to justice, Mr. and Mrs. Harrelson, but the boy who killed your daughter is going to prison for 8 years. No possibility of parole. They just accepted the plea.
Oh, thank God.
I'll thank this woman here. Without her,
We've been thanking her for the last 20 minutes. But something tells me that I should thank you.
I wish we could have done better. I know your daughter deserved it.
I don't see how antagonizing him.
I had to let him know he was in for a fight, that we weren't just going to roll over.
I think he got the message.
He's already marking up depositions.
Maybe we should get outside counsel.
Well, what does the insurance company say?
We're going to meet them tomorrow.
Lindsay did it. Hiller cut it to manslaughter.
What?
She did it.
Well, where is she now?
She was tired and she went home. How'd things go with Silva?
I think he and Eleanor are going to date.
Chloe, can I have a word in private? I promise I won't touch your hair.
What?
Eugene's depressed. He's been in his office with the door closed. I'd go in and reach out myself, but I just don't think I've established a trust. He got a notice to appear before the bar. The others don't know.
Silva did this. He reported you to the bar just so we could use it at trial.
I don't know.
Eugene, it was a group decision to go after that kid in court. Not yours.
Yep. Team Plan B.
Are you really putting this on yourself?
You know what I've been doing the last couple of days, Bobby? Conspiring to get an illegal confession to... dirty business, I guess.
Maybe we're bred to fight a little dirty. Lindsay got Pearson's case reduced to manslaughter. She kept pounding and pounding and pounding when everybody was telling her to stop, especially me. She wouldn't. George Vogelman was innocent. And you wouldn't stop either.
Previously, on the practice.
I'm not crazy about helping the guy who killed my sister.
All we're asking is that you talk about the internet thing.
Boyfriend lives alone, brother, big house. Why not Plan B them?
It might be worth a try.
Give them a soft Plan B.
Plan B, soft, for both.
Did you murder your sister and frame George Vogelman?
Objection!
Did you follow her to the bar, then go to the motel?
That's sick! You asked us to trust you. You just stole my son's innocence.
I represent Steve Robin and his dad. We're suing you.
What? Steve Robin?
Yeah, brother of the victim in your Vogelman trial. Eugene accused him of being the killer. I can paint a pretty disgusting picture of you guys in front of a jury. Team Plan B?
You take us to court, and I promise you we will be screaming he is the killer all over again. And in a court of public opinion, he will be the killer. Now get your ass out of this office and go tell your clients that truth is a complete defense to defamation.
These are your scare tactics?
Eugene, Tommy Silva agreed to depose you here. Probably so he doesn't have to spring for the coffee, this skimp. I ordered a cake for Rebecca's swearing-in party.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be very surprised.
Oh, very. She asked for chocolate.
I can't be worrying about cakes now. Have you finished with the pleadings folder?
In your bag.
Are you sure you don't want somebody to second chair?
Oh, no, it's just a burglary. I can handle it.
Well, who's covering the depot?
Me. But we really should be getting outside counsel.
We will if it goes to trial, but for discovery...
Fool for a client. That's what they say.
Thank you, Lucy.
This will be a short deposition, trust me. It's not like I'm going to answer anything.
Yeah, well, what if Silva goes for obstruction of justice? It's really in these days.
We can go right into my office.
Hi, Lucy Hatcher.
Evelyn Mayfield.
I take it you've met Jimmy. I can introduce you to the others later. It's a baby shaker, right?
Client, Lucy. Client.
Right. The baby shaker client. Good handshake. Strong wrists.
The results of the psychiatric exam are supposed to be in this afternoon.
And assuming she checks out, they'll let her go.
Oh, no.
I passed the polygraph.
Lie detectors aren't foolproof as far as they're concerned. We discussed this. Plus, dead baby, they are not about to just let you go.
Well, how about they arrest the one who did it? I mean, would they ever consider that?
I'll know more by the end of the day. For now,
Remain calm, yes, I know. They accuse me of killing an 11-month-old child, but I should take it in stride. I should just stay calm.
their case is weak. The fact that they gave you bail, they know their case is weak. Let's just ride this out. And yes, stay calm.
I was walking towards the side entrance when I saw a man exiting the warehouse with an armful of laser disc players.
About how far apart were you at the time?
About 7 or 8 yards.
And what happened next?
I called out for him to stop. He dropped what he was carrying and ran towards the alley. We're instructed not to put our lives on the line to protect property, so he got away.
How was the lighting in this area?
There's a light above the door. I got a very good look at him.
Do you see this man today?
He's the defendant.
How many Laserdisc players was the burglar carrying?
4.
Still in boxes?
Yes, ma'am.
So his face was covered when you saw him. 4 boxes, each about 10 inches high, must have at least partially covered his face.
But then he dropped him when he ran.
He ran toward you?
No, away. But there was a moment before he ran. I caught a look.
A moment.
Seconds.
Seconds? More than 10 seconds?
No.
More than 5?
It was like 2 or 3 seconds.
2 or 3 seconds.
But I got a very
There's
good
no
look.
question before you, ma'am. Move to strike.
Did you have any conversations with Steve Robin prior to his testimony in the Vogelman murder trial?
Yes.
Did you discuss what questions you would probably ask him?
Yes.
Did you tell him that you plan to accuse him in court as the one who killed his sister?
Work product. Don't answer.
At the time you were having these discussions with Steve Robin, did you plan to accuse him of killing his sister?
Work product.
All objections have been waived.
Not on privilege.
We've got it on record. All objections except to the form of the question.
Of course we're not going to reveal
We
internal...
can get a court order.
Fine. Do it. But for now, I just move on.
Are you familiar with the term Plan B?
Work product.
I'm just asking if he's familiar with the term.
And I answered. Work product. Move on.
When you accused Steve Robin in open court of possibly being the one who killed his sister, what facts did you rely on?
Work product.
This the way we're going to play it?
Sorry, off the record. You're suing us. You expect us to play nice?
Did she do it?
Lucy.
Because I saw it on court TV. And they did this reenactment, and she just shook and shook and shook.
Lucy.
Come on, Bobby. Throw me a crumb. Did she do it?
She didn't.
So I saw it on court TV. She just shook and shook and...
Lucy.
You should know what people are saying.
We did okay, but it's close. I think you gotta testify.
But you said if I take the stand, the DA can bring up my record.
Yeah, he can.
Well, if they find out I got 2 priors, won't they think I did this one?
They might, but I don't see much choice. Okay. How is it we can't find one witness that saw you at the bar that night?
It was crowded, and I only been there that one time. Who's gonna remember?
Without a witness, it's like you don't have an alibi. What? Russell, now is not the time to be hiding things.
A buddy of mine was with me at the bar that night. But
what?
He's got a record. He don't want to get involved.
Russell, you are looking at a conviction here. Third time, it'll mean jail. If he really is a buddy, he's got to come forward.
How do you find out we call it Plan B?
It's not exactly a trade secret. We're kind of famous for it.
He's going for a court order?
Lindsay basically answered work product to every question.
It was work product.
Well, be armed with the research because Pap hates discovery motions.
We'll be ready. Look, look, look.
Could begin this month. Sources say that they're far apart from any deal. You'll remember Miss Mayfield is charged with shaking to death an 11-month-old child that was entrusted to her care. Turning to the...
What's the deal on her?
I think she's innocent.
Oh, come on. All this church stuff she's into. Nobody could be that Christian without being a little vicious.
Do you ever say anything thoughtful?
Look, all I'm saying is she had very strong risks for a babysitter. Whether that passes for thoughtful, you be the judge.
So you guys were together the whole night?
Yeah.
At a bar called Little Freddy's from 11 till closing?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a little curious why you didn't come forward before. I mean, this is your best friend we're talking about. Now, I understand you have a record.
Miss Washington, I got a decent job. If it got out that... It was a sexual assault conviction in '92, back in New York under another name.
What'd you do?
They say I raped the girl. Anyway, let's just say I don't need that coming to light, you know?
Okay, I understand. But Russell needs you. This is your friend. He will go to prison.
Will they find out about my conviction?
It's a small case. The odds are they aren't going to do a big background check on some burglary trial. But there is a chance, yes.
Leave it in about 20 minutes. Need anything else?
No.
Okay. Night. Rebecca.
Huh? Oh, yeah, night. Eugene, Bobby, I think I may have a problem.
What?
My client, my trial, you know, the burglary, Russell Thurm.
Yeah.
I think he's a serial killer.
Really?
Excuse
I mean,
me?
I can't be sure, but I think.
What's going on?
Rebecca's client's a murderer.
Close the door.
I think he's one of the harbor stranglers everybody's talking about.
Oh.
My client. I just got finished meeting with his alibi witness. I told Russell that we needed a witness, and he told me that he was in a bar with this other guy, Ronzoni, who I just met with.
Slow down.
Okay. This Ronzoni. I think he's the other serial killer. I saw his arm.
What did he tell you?
Well, he didn't tell me anything. What do you think he's going to tell you? Don't go around admitting that you're a serial killer. I mean, he's not some serial confessor.
Rebecca, slow down.
Okay. Ronzoni has a tattoo, dice, right there. It's in all the papers. One of the harbor stranglers has a dice tattoo on his arm.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that.
And he also has a sexual assault conviction. He raped a girl.
That doesn't mean...
No. August 14th, Russell and Ronzoni are at a bar on Franklin till 2 in the morning. Michelle Cummings, the prostitute, was killed that night. Now, I looked it up. She was last seen around 2 on the corner of 18th and Franklin, which is just 3 blocks from their bar. Now, I've got a rapist with a tattoo near the scene of the crime. You're going to tell me that doesn't add up? I mean, now we know he didn't knock off a video store. He was busy killing somebody. So do we call the police?
Well,
They're serial killers.
hold on, unless someone is in immediate danger.
There is.
Who?
Any young girl, that's who.
I don't think you can reasonably believe someone's in danger unless you first know that these are the serial killers. And just on a tattoo...
Even if they are, who's to say they're going to do it again?
Of course they're gonna do it again. They're serial killers. That's why they're called serial killers. They keep doing it.
What do you think?
Well, if you knew these were the guys, that'd be one thing, maybe, but...
Why don't we just turn in Ronzoni? He's not my client.
You'll end up implicating Russell.
Did you read what they did to those girls?
I'm not sure we can do anything yet.
Bobby, how can we not do anything?
All you got is a belief that your client and his alibi witness are bad guys.
So I do nothing.
You defend your client.
Asking them what they believe at the time is not invading work product.
Of course it is, when our beliefs are based on internal discussions made between each other.
Take a look at the transcript of the deposition, Judge. They wouldn't answer anything. They also asserted work product to almost every request we made for document production.
Documents that were generated in preparation...
That's not going to fly, Miss Dole. You're not going to sweep everything under work product.
All this stuff falls under our strategy in defending...
Yeah, and it's your strategy that you're being sued for.
You can't pierce work product. If you could,
Look,
then...
This is a simple cause of action. He's saying that you didn't have a good faith belief for pointing your finger at the brother. He's entitled to explore that.
It isn't that simple. If you allow
I'm
lawyers
making
to...
it that simple. Now, you answer all of these questions truthfully, completely, or I'll enter a judgment for the plaintiff right now.
I'd appeal it right now. Get it certified to SJC.
And if we lose, then we're
Hold
right
on.
back before this guy who will be even more angry than he
You weren't
already
afraid of
is.
pissing off Judge Hiller in the Pearson trial.
That was after the verdict, Eleanor. This guy's the trial judge.
We can't
we
be
can't be going
answering
into
questions
trial with a
about
judge
Plan
who's
B.
biased
If we get
against
caught,
us.
we're dead.
Table it.
Hey, guys. Look, I know this sounds self-serving, or like I'm trying to have it both ways. Truth is, I really don't like suing other lawyers, especially a small firm. I feel like we're from the same club. That aside, I am suing you, and you guys face some serious exposure. Not just money-wise, but public relations, too. Be smart. Settle this. I won't push for anything beyond your policy limit. You know I'm right. Let's not be silly.
Me?
You've given it a lot of thought.
Oh, isn't this just a little too incestuous? I've slept with Bobby Donnell. My roommate is Lindsay Dole.
And you've gone up against him before, so...
Yes, which has never proven to be a very good idea.
I know it's asking a lot, but there's a lot of heat here. Dead babies make good copy.
Do you know how much of a personal life I have? Lindsay's my best friend. Bobby's a friend, too. Even...
They just sandbagged you in open court.
That
How
was
can
Eleanor
you feel...
Frutt.
Helen. You better than anybody know this firm. You're the only DA we have that seems to be able to beat them. We need you. The case wobbles as it is.
I tendered his name as soon as I became aware of him.
It's unfair surprise, Your Honor.
There's no real surprise, Your Honor. This witness corroborates my client's alibi.
The defendant obviously feels he's losing, so he found someone to lie for him.
I don't understand why, if this is your client's friend, you didn't know about him any sooner.
Your Honor, as soon as I became aware of this witness, as soon as I had the opportunity to talk with him, I tendered his name.
I'll cut you a little slack this time. I'll grant a continuance until 9 o'clock tomorrow so you can prepare for the witness.
Andrew, come get your jacket, honey. Elizabeth, don't touch that now. Here, put your jacket on. Guys, take the pumpkin bread to Mr. Kelly, one each. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The report was not great.
What do you mean?
The psychiatrist thinks you could be in denial.
What?
He makes room for the possibility that you don't even have a memory of it. That's why you'd passed a polygraph.
He's saying that I committed a murder, but I don't have a memory of it?
It was a court-ordered report. It can't be introduced, so I'm not even worried about it. But it doesn't encourage the DA to let you go either. Speaking of which, we just got a little more bad news there, too. Helen Gamble will be prosecuting.
Who's Helen Gamble?
One of their best on homicides. She and I also used to be involved. She lives with another lawyer at my firm. She knows us all very well. I suspect that's why she's been put on. But it's not all bad. I know her style, too.
You've tried cases against her before.
Several times.
Who usually wins?
It comes down more to the facts than the lawyers.
So she usually wins.
Their case is very circumstantial, and since you were the last one with the baby...
The father did it. People have seen him be abusive.
But Kevin was with you when he stopped breathing. It may not be proof you did it, but it sure as hell gives reasonable doubt to the father.
That's why they're prosecuting me, isn't it? The public wants a conviction, and I'm the only one they can get.
It's possible. I want you to talk to everybody, anybody who knows her. Our whole defense might be it's not in her character.
Okay.
Eleanor, I'd like you to go over the medicals, see if anything's unanswered, pre-existing conditions.
The cause of death isn't in question, Bobby. The autopsy was...
I don't want to assume that. If the autopsy is accurate, fine, but let's not be giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Is it just me, or is this a perfect plan B? We've got an abusive father, and we're just running scared because we got sued.
Nobody's running scared. We'll go after the father if we have to. What's the deal on the other?
Eugene's depot resumes tomorrow.
2 o'clock.
May I make a very unpopular suggestion?
Forget it.
If we were representing another firm being sued for this, we would absolutely be recommending settlement.
It's not another firm, it's us.
Our policy limit is 1.5. Suppose a jury slaps us with a $3 million judgment. It's not just everything in this office we lose. We're named personally. They'll take our cars, our refrigerators.
If we settle this, it's an admission of liability that will be headlines in every legal publication.
That's not true.
It is true, Lindsay, and on principle, how do we cave?
Forget principle. I'm talking about surviving.
Which we won't do without principle. Now, the practice of law may only amount to a conference table to you. With me, it's more.
All right.
Who are you kidding? You stood up in open court and accused a brother of killing his sister. You're gonna claim the high road?
We all agreed to plan B the guy.
A soft plan B. You went for the throat. Now we're getting sued. You not only owe an apology to that kid, you owe one to the rest of us here who you put at risk.
Hey, Lindsay, you're the one who first told us to go after the
Not
brother.
like that, I didn't. I said raise the question. A jury's gonna kill us.
All right, that'll do. At a minimum, Lindsay may be right about outside counsel. I'm going to look to bring somebody else in.
Should I send it back? I mean, it was supposed to be chocolate. This is German chocolate. Puke.
Will she care?
Jimmy, it's got coconut bits.
It's just a cake, Lucy.
How often does a person get sworn in to be a lawyer? You know, this is a big thing, Jimmy. You don't celebrate big things with German puke coconut bit chocolate. Serial killer, I'm on break.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for a Rebecca Washington.
Mr. Ronzoni.
Yeah. Look, I'm having some second thoughts about this. Can I do this, like, by affidavit or...
I don't think you can.
Suppose they dig up my record.
You have already done your time for that. They can't do anything. Look, I will just ask you a few questions. Keep it short.
What questions exactly?
Do you recall where you were on August 14th at 1:30 in the morning?
Yeah. I was at Little Freddy's, a bar on Franklin near the corner of 15th.
Did anyone accompany you to the bar that night?
Yes. Russell Thurm. We arrived together around 11 and left together about 2.
From 11 till 2, were you ever apart from Mr. Thurm?
Other than a couple minutes for a bathroom run, no.
Well, how can you be sure that it was August 14th that you were together?
Well, I have a credit card receipt.
Is this the receipt you are referring to?
Yeah.
Mark an identifier on her.
Mark Exhibit 7.
Could you please read the highlighted portion?
Little Freddy's, $31.78, Peter T. Ronzoni, August 14th, 1998, 1:57 a.m.
Thank you.
Russell Thurm's name appears nowhere on this receipt, does it?
Well, why would his name be on my receipt?
So all the receipt proves is that you were in the bar that night, doesn't it?
Objection.
Sustained.
Do you consider Russell Thurm a friend?
Yeah,
A good friend?
I guess.
You don't want to see your good friend go to jail, do you?
No.
Stayed in that bar until 2, huh?
Yes.
Didn't leave before closing.
Right.
Right.
I really appreciate you talking to me.
Mr. Berluti, my entire congregation would have been here if you had asked them.
You don't think Evelyn could have done this?
It's beyond any possibility. I won't throw around the saint word, but Evelyn Mayfield is not only a gentlewoman, she's one of the most loving. She's probably babysat the children of over half the congregation.
Nobody has ever complained that she had a temper or, used corporal punishment.
No. Mr. Berluti, they're still calling her to babysit. Now, I may not be the world's best judge of character, but they've got the wrong person.
You know the father of the victim.
I do. He's in the congregation.
You think he could have done this?
I really don't feel comfortable commenting on that.
He saw that he was basically unaccounted for at the time of the crime. That raised suspicion.
Did you have any evidence of Steve Robin having a history of violence?
No, but that doesn't mean...
The answer to the question was no.
Doesn't mean what?
The answer was no.
Are you familiar with the term Plan B?
This is work product.
If we go back before the judge...
I don't want to be giving this...
Just give the answer we discussed.
Yes, I'm familiar with the term.
Could you define it, please?
Sometimes when we have clients who we feel did not commit the crime with which he or she is charged, instead of simply aiming to establish reasonable doubt, which we would consider Plan A, we endeavor to raise the possibility of perhaps another suspect who had motive and opportunity to commit the crime. We call that Plan B.
You point the finger at somebody else.
Yes.
And in the Vogelman trial, you pointed the finger at Steve Robin.
We raised the question as to his motive and opportunity.
It went okay. I think we have a good shot.
What happens next?
Closing arguments, then we wait for the verdict.
Well, I'm not gonna be here for any of that, right?
No. Hello? What?
I taped as much as I could.
Annie Shaw is believed to be the 10th victim of the now infamous Harbor Stranglers. At 15, she would also be the youngest victim of these grisly killers. Though police are releasing few details at this hour, we do know this. Her naked body was found by a homeless man on Tuesday. At this hour, it appears Miss Shaw was abducted while walking home from a friend's house.
It doesn't change anything, Beck.
It doesn't change anything, Bobby. They just killed somebody else.
You don't know it was them. You don't know they're the killers. You don't know they're going to hurt somebody else. You have no legal right to do anything.
Legal? What about moral right?
That oath you're about to take tomorrow has nothing to do with moral right.
Please, spoken just like a true defense attorney.
But you are on this case. Sit. This is the worst part of the job, Rebecca. But it does go with the job. I know you know because you've seen me and Eugene and everybody here agonize over this same kind of situation. The reason you're so frustrated is because you know you don't have a choice.
My feeling is she's very much the wonderful person they claim.
A wonderful person who shook a baby to death.
Well, that's why I think denial is possible. It would be unconscionable to hurt a child, inconceivable to her that she could hurt him. So if she snapped, she may have blocked it out.
I'm hearing too many ifs. I'm not walking into court with if. Did she do this or not?
I'm not saying she did it. You're saying she did.
What's going on?
Did you not find she was in denial?
You asked me to evaluate this person to determine if she was psychologically capable.
We asked you, in your professional opinion, if she committed the crime.
Well, that's ridiculous to ask me that. I don't know the facts.
All right, hold on. If you don't think she did it, how the hell do you find her to be in denial then?
Look, Miss Gamble,
All right, Doctor,
need...
just tell us.
I found a pattern of denial with her. When she's pushed, she retreats into God and her religion. There were certain memory lapses she couldn't account for, but I don't think she was lying.
I'm very confused here.
The baby died in her custody. There are things she didn't remember. My suspicion is her memory is blocked. And she's the one blocking it.
I want to offer manslaughter.
Go ahead.
Come in. Ms. Washington?
I'd like to withdraw from the case.
On what grounds?
Irreconcilable differences.
You're going to have to do better.
Hypothetically, let's just say a lawyer has reason to believe his client is a serial killer. Would that be legal cause?
Is your client asking you to commit a crime or fraud?
No.
Your request to withdraw is denied.
Hypothetically, what if he's about to commit a crime?
You have knowledge of that?
Well, not specific knowledge, but common sense.
Common sense? You realize you violated your ethical obligations coming in here with this?
You asked whether I had legal cause. I just posed a hypothetical.
Counsel, I'm going to give you the benefit of intelligence and assume that you knew before you walked in here that you didn't have cause.
Look, if a client doesn't pay, that's legal cause to withdraw. I figured something a little more serious like rape or murder might qualify too.
Yes, and you figured if you couched it as a hypothetical, you could make an end run around the legal ethics, and that maybe I would pass on the information to the police. You were wrong.
Suppose he kills somebody else.
Counsel... Did you come in here for me to make it easier for you? I will. Go and prepare your closing. And if I have the slightest suspicion that you are not vigorously defending your client, I will, I promise you, turn you over to the Board of Bar Overseers. I will report that you passed on information prejudicing your client, that you tried to bias me against him, and that you threw the case. And you won't even make it to tomorrow's ceremony. Now say thank you and go.
Manslaughter, best we can do.
She didn't do it, Helen.
Coroner's telling me she did.
It was the father.
Oh, come on, Bobby. Don't you think we'd like it to be the father? History of abuse, tendency towards violence. He was the obvious suspect. But the doctors tell us the death was immediate. Evelyn Mayfield was the only one there. Is it true her church is paying her legal fees?
Yeah. Helen, friend to friend?
Oh, yes, let's trade on that trust thing I've got going with your office.
I think she's innocent.
Bobby, you always do.
And you always think they're guilty.
Well, that's probably why we didn't work out. I'll give you manslaughter.
Miss Washington? Miss Washington?
This may seem like just a simple burglary case, but there's much more at stake. I promise you that. It's the integrity of our criminal justice system. That system is designed to preserve people's rights. We go to great lengths to do that. One right is that someone can't be found guilty without proof beyond a reasonable doubt. What do we have here? A nighttime ID, boxes covering the burglar's face, the security guard catching a momentary glimpse. That is their entire case. Not a big part, not most, but their entire case. A few seconds as the suspect was running away in the opposite direction with boxes blocking his face beyond a reasonable doubt? Add to that, my client has an alibi. Mr. Ronzoni placed him at a bar at the exact time of the crime. Yes, they're friends. But he had a credit card receipt, didn't he? The DA is going to try to get you to believe the security guard more than my client's alibi witness. Even if you do, that is not enough to convict. Remember, your verdict here isn't one of those news magazine polls where you dial a 900 number and give your opinion. You are not here to render your opinion or your hunch. You're here to uphold an oath that's the very essence of our jury system. We don't take away a man's freedom unless the state satisfies a burden of proof. They didn't. They didn't even come close.
I don't know about you, but I always find it a little suspicious when defense lawyers start waxing about oaths and integrity of systems and burdens of proof. It usually means they're short on facts. Our system isn't to turn criminals loose. Integrity isn't relying on the credit card receipt of a suspect's buddy who makes an 11th hour appearance. Your oath here was to serve justice. We have an eyewitness who saw that man with the Laserdisc players. Come on. I agree that there is more at stake here than a simple burglary. I also agree that there's some integrity on the line. Yours.
Sorry.
How'd she do?
I think pretty well. Okay, I've consulted 3 lawyers, all guys I trust, all 3 say settle.
What?
People in this case, let's call them jurors, aren't crazy about lawyers to begin with. It's not likely they'll be too sympathetic to qualified immunity arguments. Add to that the facts, pinning the victim's one brother. Add to that Tommy Silva, Joe Red Sox fan who juries love. The consensus is for us to cut our losses and to get out.
What we did in that courtroom is protected.
And I'm not running from Tommy Silva. We've beaten bigger guys than him. We've never been people who run scared. I won't bend over for this. I want to fight.
So do I.
I say settle.
Jimmy?
I'd say fight. Of course, I'm not a partner. I'm not at risk like everybody else, including Rebecca, who's not even sworn in yet. I'm just an associate.
I keep going back to what if we lose. It's not just a case.
I don't think...
And it's not just a conference table. This could be our whole practice.
Then we start over.
Whatever we do, it can't be a decision out of ego.
I want to fight.
We have to fight it.
Okay. Jimmy, you'll first chair.
What?
What? What?
Silva styles, I'm just a regular guy. Jimmy's our best guy to counter that. He's regular, too.
Yeah, if that's... Yeah, look, no offense, Jimmy, but we need our best at our best. Shouldn't you be doing it? I mean, he's good. I mean, you're great. But we need our...
Best.
Jimmy will first chair. I'll second. Anything else?
Okay, back to work.
Bobby, Evelyn Mayfield's here with her husband. Who died?
How long we gotta wait?
Well, they'll only go for another hour, then suspend till tomorrow. You guys got plans or something?
They've offered manslaughter. It's something that we should consider.
Surely you're not suggesting she plead guilty.
What I'm suggesting is they have a medical case indicating that the child died almost immediately. That will be tough for us to explain. And there's a risk of a murder 2 conviction. That's 20 years. Maybe more. Manslaughter, good behavior, you could be out in 3.
But I didn't do this.
I know this doesn't sound great, but whether you did it or not doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter?
Of course it matters on one level. In terms of deciding how to proceed here, what I have to weigh is the prosecution's chances of convicting you. Your innocence is almost irrelevant there. As I said, they have a circumstantial case, but in my opinion, emotion will be against you. I'm not crazy about rolling the dice. Not with 20 years.
I didn't shake that baby. And I'm sitting with one of the best criminal lawyers in the city, and he's telling me to plead guilty.
I'm telling you, you could be looking at guilty.
That baby came to me crying. After about 10 minutes, I was finally able to console him. I rocked him until he fell asleep. I put him in his crib. I came back in about 15 minutes, and he was dead. If I'm convicted of killing him, then so be it. But I didn't kill him. I know it, and God knows it. And I suspect that that child's father knows it. And I will not say that I did do it just to get less jail time.
Okay. Then we go to trial.
Will the defendant please rise? Members of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
In the matter of Commonwealth versus Russell Thurm, on the charge of breaking and entering at night, we find the defendant, Russell Thurm, not guilty.
The jury is dismissed with the thanks of the court. We're adjourned.
Thanks.
Yeah. Not guilty. Really? She's on her way to the ceremony now, which, by the way, we better get a move on. Jimmy, Bobby, let's go.
Hey, we've got time. It's Washington, W. They'll be calling her at the end.
Yeah, we should be there at the beginning.
Let's go.
Hey, Jimmy, you got a sec? I didn't mean to put you down. It's just with this case, so much on the line. Please don't misunderstand me.
I understand you perfect.
Can you believe she's about to be sworn in?
Hey, you think I should go to law school?
No.
China Rain, I like that. Helen wears that. I'm not wearing China Rain.
I wear Slovakian snow.
We hugged alone.
Please rise. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, your name, solemnly swear that I will do no falsehood.
I, Rebecca Washington, solemnly swear that I will do no falsehood,
Nor consent to the doing of any in court.
nor consent to the doing of any in court.
I will not wittingly or willingly promote or sue any false, groundless, or unlawful suit.
I will not wittingly or willingly promote or sue any false, groundless, or unlawful suit.
I will conduct myself in the office of an attorney within the courts,
I will conduct myself in the office of an attorney within the courts,
according to the best of my knowledge and discretion,
according to the best of my knowledge and discretion,
and with all fidelity, as well to the courts as my clients.
and with all fidelity, as well to the courts as my clients.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. You're all officially members of the bar.
Previously on the practice.
You remember Miss Mayfield is charged with shaking to death an 11-month-old child that was entrusted to her care.
I think she's innocent.
I found a pattern of denial with her. When she's pushed, she retreats into God and her religion, but I don't think she was lying.
The psychiatrist thinks you could be in denial.
What?
He makes room for the possibility that you don't even have a memory of it. That's why you passed a polygraph.
You know the father of the victim.
He's in the congregation.
You think he could have done this?
Don't you think we'd like it to be the father? History of abuse, tendency towards violence. But the doctors tell us the death was immediate. Evelyn Mayfield was the only one there. I'll give you manslaughter.
I didn't kill him. And I will not say that I did do it just to get less jail time.
Then we go to trial.
Boyfriend lives alone, brother, big house. Why not plan B them?
It might be worth a try.
Give them a soft plan B.
Plan B, soft, for both.
Did you murder your sister and frame George Vogel?
Objection!
Did you follow her to the bar, then go to the motel?
That's sick! I represent Steve Robin and his dad.
Steve Robin?
Brother of the victim in your Vogelman trial. Eugene accused him of being the killer. We're suing you. I can paint a pretty disgusting picture of you guys in front of a jury. Team Plan B?
You take us to court, and I promise you we will be screaming, he is the killer all over again.
Okay, I've consulted 3 lawyers. All 3 say settle.
I want to fight.
So do I.
Okay. Jimmy, you'll first chair.
What?
What? Look, no offense, Jimmy, but shouldn't you be doing it? I mean, he's good. You're great. But we need our...
Bess.
What's this?
Oh, it's Christmas. Surely you've heard of it.
Well, it's the first week of December.
The people who don't like Christmas are the people who get behind in their shopping. And the reason they get behind is because it sneaks up on them. It's not sneaking up in this office. Not under my watch.
What's that on your head?
Oh, it's mistletoe. My friend Elaine invented this thingy. It's cute, huh?
Yeah.
It's 11 o'clock. Why are you here?
Couldn't sleep.
Mayfield trial?
Might as well work if I'm awake.
You think you have any chance? I mean, the baby died in her hands.
Why are you so convinced she's guilty?
She just gives me the EBGBs. You really think she's innocent?
Yeah. Remember, she did pass the lie detector.
Well, pleadings are all packed. Anything else you need? I'm about to go.
Yeah, I'm all set, thanks. And thanks for, decorating the place. It looks great.
Well, Christmas should be Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas should be Christmas, and a kiss should be a kiss. Good mistletoe. Night.
How can you not move for summary judgment?
Because it won't fly, and if...
Still, you gotta try with the stakes so high.
It'd be the same as our motion to dismiss, Eugene. The judge said this thing would turn on the facts.
Well, what about preserving appeal?
If this were going to turn on law, he would have kicked it. If we push for summary judgment, it's going to look like foot dragging. Judge Papp holds grudges. He lets the jury see him. We do not want an unfriendly judge in this trial.
Let's calm down. Nobody's talking Christmassy.
Every time we break, every recess, I want you to go to her, embrace. I want the jury reminded every chance we get that you believe in her.
Oh, absolutely.
You doing okay?
Believe it or not, I am. I'm in God's hands now.
Evelyn.
I know.
All I'm saying is you're not in God's hands on this. You're in the jury's. And I don't want you to come across as a zealot.
I get it, Bobby.
Good. Okay, let's go. We got a cab waiting downstairs. It's cold.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Bobby, I know you think Jimmy matches up best against Silver, but...
I heard that.
What?
Whatever you were saying behind my back.
Listen, I gotta get to court. We'll talk about this later.
You think I can't do this, Eugene?
I know you can do it.
Bobby, two things. One, good luck. Two, I'm sorry if I embarrassed you. I didn't mean to. But it was an awesome kiss. Not that I have any designs, but if your lousy personal life comes from any insecurity, you should know that 90% of women are looking for a cute guy with a steady job who can kiss. You're 3 for 3. Trial. Don't be late.
Michael. And you.
They suspended him from school.
For what?
For passing a few notes. It's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of, and I want to take them to court.
In here.
And don't you be swatting him.
I'm not going to swat him.
You just keep the blinds open because I don't trust you.
You didn't have to come here. You can go to any
I came here for some civilized lawyering.
Swat anybody. In here, Michael. You can come. Sexual harassment?
Yes. A few notes in the back of the classroom, and they bouncing.
Well, what was in these notes?
Not much. Just... He's got a crush on this girl, Kitty Nelson. You know, she finds one of these notes, she takes it home to her mental mother, her mother makes a complaint, and they bounce him.
What was in the notes?
Just stuff.
What just stuff?
You know, nice ass and stuff. Nothing bad.
The autopsy was conclusive.
Yes. It showed Kevin Barlow died from injuries consistent with shaken baby syndrome.
Doctor, is it possible that these injuries could have been caused by an accident?
No. There was extreme hemorrhaging in the bilateral anterior chamber and also retinal hemorrhaging.
Which means?
It was not an accident. The degree of force had to be severe.
What about some other medical condition?
Well, nothing in his prior medical records or my examination revealed any other cause for these symptoms.
Is it possible to tell when the shaking occurred?
Well, based on the acute conditions present, Kevin's death would have been almost immediate.
Now, you found a contusion on Kevin Barlow's forehead, didn't you?
Yes, but that...
Which was about 10 days old.
That injury was not life-threatening and was, in fact, healing when he died.
Isn't it true that a prior head injury could begin to bleed spontaneously in the brain?
Yes, but in this case, that wouldn't explain the extent of the injuries.
Well, isn't it also possible that something could have happened to Kevin just prior to being dropped off at Evelyn Mayfield's house?
The likelihood of that is so negligible that...
Is it possible?
I suppose anything is possible, but...
Thank you, Doctor. You answered the question.
How possible?
Minuscule. The symptoms here suggest an immediate death, not one that occurred hours later.
Thank you.
But your findings don't conclusively exclude the boy dying hours later.
We can't positively exclude it, no.
Thank you, Doctor.
We have been sitting here over an hour, Rebecca. You haven't given me anything.
I said that I will talk to the principal. But I have to tell you, schools are big on sexual harassment policies.
Big because all these rat lawyers got them running scared of getting sued. It is a big cover-your-ass disgrace.
Yes, I'll stick that argument in a footnote and not lead with it. But that does give me an idea as to how the word ass slipped into his vocabulary.
You be the lawyer, all right? Not the mother.
Why are you two always fighting? I am not fighting.
You watch your mouth, all right, Michael? You talk with some respect. Plus which she might hit you.
Hey, one more word like that and you can get yourself another rat. Are we clear?
We're not all ophthalmologists, Doctor. Would you explain retinal hemorrhaging?
That's when blood vessels leak into the eye. But here, there were also retinal folds, where the retinas were essentially folded over, almost like contact lenses. These are both indicators that a child has been forcefully shaken.
Now, would an individual suffering from retinal folds be able to focus their eyes or respond to visual cues?
Absolutely not.
So then I asked Evelyn Mayfield if the baby's eyes were tracking when he came to her. She said yes.
Which means what?
Which means either she was lying or she killed him.
Objection.
Sustained.
You didn't believe her?
If the baby had been shaken before he came to her house, according to the doctors, it would have been impossible for him to track with his eyes like she said. If she really did see them track, he was shaken after he got there.
Detective, when you use the word tracking, what do you mean?
It means whether or not someone's eyes could follow a visual cue moving back and forth.
I see. Did you explain tracking to Evelyn Mayfield when you questioned her?
Did I explain it?
Yes. Did you explain the term?
I don't think I did, no.
In fact, you didn't know if Evelyn was even familiar with that term at the time you questioned her, did you?
In her statement, she said the baby's eyes were tracking. She said it. I assume she understood the meaning.
Yes, she used the word tracking. But that doesn't mean she meant responsive to visual cues.
Then what did she mean?
We don't know, do we? Maybe just that they were open.
Move to strike. She's testifying. She's testifying.
She's testifying. She's testifying. Auntie M, come back. You sound like the Wicked Witch of the West when you object.
Oh, you're Glinda. Did she understand tracking?
Oh, yeah?
No!
Stop it! Okay, we gotta grab it! Put down the can. Put it down.
Okay. You never should have put the can down! Mommy! That's good.
What is going on?
What? We do this every night.
What are you doing here?
You weren't picking up. I need to talk to you about something.
Is it dessert? Because we're ready.
In my room. What's the matter?
The kid's father. He goes up tomorrow.
Yeah, so?
How important do you think it is that we go after him? Like maybe he killed his son.
How important? Hello, that's our whole theory.
Lindsay, next week we go on trial for accusing the Robin kid of killing his sister. Now, if we plan B the father tomorrow on this case, guaranteed Tommy Silva will be making a big meal out of it. Think of how it will look. We screamed that a brother killed his sister. Now a father killed his son.
They're two different cases.
Even so.
Look, we can't get out of Evelyn's trial now. We've already started, and we can't not go after the father. That's our defense. The only choice here is to settle the Robin lawsuit, which is what I've been saying all along. And beyond that, Jimmy, he's a good lawyer. But I think everybody's having a hard time with you putting our survival in his hands.
Eleanor and Eugene can't do it. They're involved.
Well, then get outside counsel, or go with you and me. But not Jimmy.
You know, Lindsay, about a month or so ago, we exchanged a kiss and we never even talked about it. It was in the middle of the Pearson trial. Should we talk about it?
Well, why are you bringing it up now when we're in the middle of another trial?
I don't know. It's just... It's not something you want to discuss.
Not right now, no.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
I dropped my son off at Evelyn Mayfield's house that day on my way to the office. That was our routine.
What time did you drop him off?
It was around 8:30 in the morning. About an hour and a half later, I got a call from the hospital saying that Kevin was... that my son was dead.
Sir, the defendant claims your son was crying when you delivered him to her.
He was hungry, but he wasn't upset or...
Physically, he was okay.
He was fine.
From the time you left your house that day and arrived at Evelyn Mayfield's, you and Kevin were alone together. Is that correct?
Yes.
There were no witnesses, no one else present during the 20 minutes before you arrived at Evelyn's.
Witnesses to what? Me behind the wheel and Kevin in the child seat and back?
Well, when you arrived at Evelyn's that particular morning, Kevin was crying uncontrollably.
He was not crying uncontrollably, counsel. He was just crying.
Why was he crying?
He was probably hungry.
There was a contusion on Kevin's forehead. You know anything about that?
He hit his head on a coffee table.
Uh-huh. You didn't hit your son, Mr. Barlow?
I certainly did not.
Ever beat your wife?
Objection.
Offer to show that this man has a history of violent behavior.
To strike.
The objection is overruled.
Mr. Barlow, were you arrested for domestic battery stemming from an altercation between you and your wife?
That was a long time ago.
That was a yes.
Yes.
You hit her.
I lost my temper.
You hit her?
Yes.
Open hand or fist? Open hand or fist, sir?
It was more than 9 years ago.
Open hand or fist?
Fist.
Ever hit your son Kevin with an open hand or
Objection,
fist?
it's badgering.
All right, counsel.
Did you hurt your son?
Counsel, dial it back.
If it's no, Mr. Barlow, all you have to say is no.
No. I did not hurt my son.
You almost had him. I could see his face getting red.
You think I should have gone harder?
Shh.
Pretty interesting strategy in there. Plan B, right?
Hey, Tommy, what the hell do you think you're doing?
All right.
Sticking your nose in a criminal trial for the purpose of a civil case? Maybe I should report you to the bar.
I'm just in there watching.
Right now, you're talking.
All right.
What's this, your only case?
No, my biggest.
Come on. Come on.
The principal was understanding, but he said it's school policy. So, we can march into court if that's what you want to do.
I do.
Okay.
When? Because he is missing school now.
It's already scheduled. We go tomorrow. We meet here at 9, then go.
All right.
Just so we're clear, you don't talk.
What if the judge asks me something?
I will try to prevent that from happening, trust me.
Don't be getting snide with me.
Hey, how'd you do?
He stayed under control. Helen probably sat on him, and Silva was there taking notes.
Oh, I got a meeting with him tomorrow.
Silva?
See if I could find his squeal point. We know each other some, so...
Good. Lucy, in my office. Listen, be it the Christmas spirit or you just trying to bolster my self-confidence, I don't think that we should...
Be kissing. I know. I didn't plan to. Something just came over me. What came over you?
I'm sorry?
Oh, Bobby, maybe your tongue didn't hold its own, but didn't exactly recoil either. You like buttons?
What?
I'm the cute as a button type. Some guys go for it. Figured you for models. Anyways, you're in trial. These are not issues you should be talking about as Miss Shake and Bake's about to be cooked. You do back in 20, by the way.
That bruise on his forehead was an accident.
What happened?
I just turned my back for a minute and he bumped his head on the coffee table.
Mrs. Barlow, did your son have any other injuries or medical problems of any kind?
No.
My client had been caring for Kevin for over 3 months. Is that right?
Yes. My husband and I both work days, so she watched him Monday through Friday.
And over the course of the 3 months that Evelyn Mayfield was watching Kevin, he always seemed well cared for.
Yes.
In fact, you described her to your friends as a great caretaker, didn't you?
I've changed my position on that, Mr. Donnell.
Mrs. Barlow, honest answer. You don't know what happened once Kevin left your house that morning, do you?
If you're suggesting that my husband could have been involved, I absolutely know you're wrong.
Because you have his word.
And because I know him.
Were you injured when he struck you?
Objection.
Overruled. Did he hurt you?
That was a long time ago.
The question was, when you went to the police station and filed a complaint for domestic battery, had you been injured?
I had a small cutter, so it wasn't that bad.
I'll show you these photographs. Marked Defense Exhibits 1 through 3 for identification. Do you recognize what they depict?
That's me.
With a small cut. Lindsay spends the morning with character witnesses, people from the church mostly, parents of kids you've taken care of. I don't expect them to be cross-examined. After lunch, it'll be you.
Okay.
You ready?
I just tell the truth.
Well, it's not going to be that simple, Evelyn. Helen Gamble is good. And she can be pretty vicious. She can, Lindsay, let's admit it. Now, the big one. Those 40 minutes, you said you called 911 about 20 minutes after the baby was dropped off. But the call didn't come in till after 10. That's the hole. Have you given that any more thought?
All I can say is what I remember. Maybe I got the time wrong.
I believe you. But it may not sound believable.
What should I do? Should I make something up?
No.
Well, what, they're gonna convict me of murder because I lost track of time?
Yes, it could come down to that. Look, an 11-month-old boy was killed. The jury is gonna hold somebody accountable.
But it wasn't me.
You were the last one with him. Be prepared to be hit on those 40 minutes.
You know, far be it from me to suggest this since you all hammered me the last time, but...
But what?
This is a deja vu to the Vogelman trial. Last seen with the victim, it has to be her. So, you've got the same public pressure on the DA's office. They need to get this conviction. Evelyn Mayfield is the only one they could possibly get it against, so she's the one that they're going after. As much as you hated me for torpedoing Helen, you could do it again.
What?
Call her as a witness, get the same testimony. Sometimes the choice of who they go after is linked to who they think they can convict. I know, it's ass backwards.
We can't call Helen as a witness. First, it would be a mistrial. Second, there's...
So? Would a mistrial really be that bad? Where are you?
I don't know. But we're not calling Helen.
Well, it's another card you can play. Night.
Where do you think we are?
Well, I think she's innocent, Bobby. But the truth is, I don't know it. If the jury's where I am, we have reasonable doubt.
It's a note. Passing a note in the back of a classroom.
A note containing a sexual description that
She's got a nice ass.
It's sexual objectification.
Oh, come on.
And as silly as it may seem, the policy at Brockton is no different from every other school across this country.
That only makes it more ridiculous. He's 10 years old. Kids write on bathroom walls. Kids pass notes.
And what if he should do more than that? What if he commits a sexual assault?
Well, then you suspend him, but for a note, you don't
The point is the school has notice of the note and therefore could be held liable if his behavior escalates.
I knew it. This is just some cover-your-ass lawyers.
Ms. Baylor? Your Honor, we are getting carried away here.
Now, are you saying that your client is being treated unfairly under the policy, or that the policy itself is unfair?
I am saying, if we are at the point where girls and boys can't talk to each other at school, if they can get suspended for passing notes, what is going on?
They don't want to settle for nothing. But I try to sell for.
400's not going to do it, Jimmy.
Tommy, even if you win, you're looking at automatic appeal. This case is threshold. Suppose the jury gives you $1 million. End of the day, present day value of 4. Turns out to be more.
I understand. Off the record?
Good.
My client's wealthy. He's dying of cancer. It's not about money. He wants you guys out of business. At first, I thought he'd take $1 million. Clients come in mad, then they settle down. You know how it is. But he ain't settling down. He wants you guys selling your furniture.
Client comes to me with that kind of revenge on his mind, I tell him, go get another lawyer.
Oh, come on, Jimmy. Look what they did to this kid. You wouldn't take this case?
I just had a sense that something wasn't right. Kevin usually didn't cry like that.
How long did he cry for?
Maybe 10 or 20 minutes or so. And then he finally stopped. So I put him down for his nap.
And when did you realize that something was wrong?
I checked on him about 15 minutes later, and he wasn't breathing.
What'd you do?
I tried to give him CPR, but it just wasn't working. He wouldn't breathe. So I called 911, and finally the ambulance came.
Now, Evelyn, the baby arrives at 8:30. 20 minutes of crying, 15-minute nap. You called 911 at 10:07. That leaves 40 minutes unaccounted for.
Maybe he cried longer, maybe he napped longer, or got there later. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure how long I did CPR before I called. And also, I was in shock, maybe. I guess the time frames could be off. But I never harmed that child. And the idea that I could have...
40 minutes. It's kind of a lot to be off by.
I've done my best to explain it.
You were in some shock. Is it possible you maybe blocked out some time in your mind?
I'm sorry?
Something happened which you've blocked out of your mind.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh, it was such a traumatic event. Certainly it's the first time you've ever discovered an unconscious baby, isn't it?
No.
There was another one.
A few years back. And I saved that baby performing CPR.
You did? So you have experience with reacting to crisis?
Yes.
So seeing a baby not breathing, that wouldn't be so horrific to cause you to block out time?
That's right.
What if you killed that baby?
Objection!
Overruled.
You don't have any experience doing that, do you?
No, I do not, Miss Gamble.
Think you might block that out?
I did not harm that baby.
You know, something else struck me as funny. You never called Mr. and Mrs. Barlow to tell them what happened, did you?
The police called them.
Yes, much later. But why didn't you? You're babysitting their child. He dies. You don't call?
Everything was happening so fast. I was going to call them. The first thing was trying to save him.
Yes, but why didn't you call them after you called the ambulance to let these people know what had happened?
I was holding Kevin.
Or after they took Kevin away. Was there another reason why you didn't call? Is it possible that the reason you didn't call was because you couldn't bear to face them? Because your conscience knew the truth about what you did?
No, that is not possible.
Manslaughter is still good.
You just gave us grounds for appeal. Prior bad acts?
That wasn't a bad act. She saved that other child, plus she opened the door.
She did not.
Just take manslaughter. She didn't hit any home run in there.
She's not going to take manslaughter.
She will if you tell her to.
I won't tell her to, and I don't think that you made the elements.
Look, this could go either way. We all know that. Why do you want to risk life? Manslaughter, she's out in 5. You want to stay up all night working on a closing argument? You guys ever get tired?
Excuse me a sec.
Hey, Bobby, I'm just watching. It's legal.
Yeah. How much of her testimony did you hear?
The most, I think.
You believe her?
I don't know. But I don't disbelieve her.
They're offering manslaughter.
I wouldn't.
Really?
I don't think they made their case. Not on murder.
Pretty soon, it'll be illegal for a boy to give a girl a flower. I share the petitioner's concern. I also share the notion that a school is a child's first introduction to society. It should be no less sexually charged just because they're children. In fact, because they're children, maybe these school policies are our best hope of one day curtailing gender hostility and discrimination. We're quick to say education beats retribution. So let the schools try to educate. I'm upholding the suspension.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Roberta.
The world has gone upside down.
I agree. But since passing a note as an adult could cost him a lot of money and even his job, maybe it's best to give him the message now.
And maybe it's time to change a stupid, ridiculous, god-awful, laugh-out-loud, dumb law.
There's always that.
The key is Dr. Cadden. He testified possible. Death wasn't immediate.
Remote, the likelihood
He
is
said
that...
possible. You just keep hammering possible, 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 doubt, 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 doubt.
I'm leaving. If my father knew the hours I kept here.
Lucy, what's your father do?
He drives a cab. Why?
Nothing. And, what about your mother?
She's dead.
I didn't mean to. I've heard you say parents.
Yeah, well, sometimes I include step thing. Why are you looking at me funny?
I'm not.
Night.
What are you doing?
We have to stay on reasonable doubt, Bobby. We can't just try to argue the father did it.
I know. Can I ask you something? Are we a couple? I mean, a couple in waiting. We've kissed. What are we doing? Or not doing?
What's going on? Are you dying? Why is it suddenly coming up?
Well, isn't it strange that we don't address... Obviously, we have feelings.
You're asking me if it's strange that you don't address your feelings?
Was I just insulted?
Bobby, I was in love with you once. And maybe I still am, but I don't think...
What?
Do you really want to get into this?
No.
This isn't a great life. Great job. But life? Yeah, I need somebody to pull me out of this a little. And whatever you may be, you'll never be that.
So we're not a couple in waiting?
Truth? I could fall in love with you all over again if I let myself. But I won't.
Their own medical expert told you that it was possible the injury could have occurred before Kevin Barlow arrived at Evelyn's house that day. He told you that. Possible. Kevin's father was alone with him. Did he shake him? We certainly have no evidence that he did. No witnesses. But they have no proof that he didn't. Do they? And he does have a history of violence. Evelyn Mayfield doesn't. You heard witness after witness after witness tell you they've never seen a hint of violence in this woman, or even anger for that matter. Their whole case is that she was with the baby at the time of death. Why, their own doctor says the injury could have preceded the boy coming into my client's custody. Reasonable doubt?
The doctor's testimony was that it was a virtual certainty that the baby's death was immediate. Oh, sure, they seize upon that word possible. It's a great word because it's so difficult to disprove a negative. Possible. Well, anything's possible, I guess. But that doctor told you that the baby's death was immediate, and the defense has done nothing to contradict it. Maybe Evelyn Mayfield really does believe she didn't do this. Sometimes psychic anguish can just block out all memory. It's been known to happen. But she did do it. And deep down, she knows she did it. That's why she didn't call the parents. That's why she froze on the stand. And when all these people from her church march up there and say, "Oh, she couldn't have, well, it probably makes it easier for her to think she couldn't have. The death was immediate. She was the only one there. She cannot account for 40 minutes. 40 minutes of blank time which coincides with the time of death. Of course she did it.
Roberta?
I couldn't sleep all night. I want to appeal.
We can't appeal even if we could.
He's a good kid.
Well, nobody's saying he isn't. Are you okay?
What chance has he got? You know, I try to get him to stop stealing, and the best way to do that is to keep him in school, but the school throws him out, and the courts won't help me. I'm all by myself. His dad only comes to see him on weekends, and I try.
Hey. Nobody is blaming you here.
He's getting away from me. You know, the last couple of years, he is a good kid, and now he's out stealing bikes. He needs something I can't give. And I don't know what to do about that.
What's up?
Listen, everyone's nervous about you doing the Robin trial. Me, I think you can do it. We have a partners meeting later.
A partners meeting?
Our first one.
In honor of me?
I expect to get voted down, but tell me how you plan to try it.
Does it matter?
It might.
Tommy Silver's gonna get up there and try to separate himself from lawyers. I think he's gonna try to get the jury to send a message. I plan to be more of a little guy than Tommy. Play it simple. Tell him we had an innocent man faced with losing his life. And we fought for him.
Bobby, we gotta go.
Verdict?
We've been called to chambers.
I just received a question from the jury. I'll tell you how I plan to respond and then give counsel for the state and the defense the opportunity to make any comments or objections. Question is, well, actually, it's two questions. First, they would like to know if they can have more water. Second, they would like to know if killing an infant in and of itself constitutes extreme cruelty.
So, what's going on?
They're deciding between murder one
and murder, too.
How?
The question was about extreme cruelty. One of the elements necessary for the first-degree charge.
Well, maybe they just didn't understand it.
That isn't it. They're not deciding between guilt or innocence anymore. It's between first and second degree. I doubt that the DA would be even willing to offer manslaughter right now, but I should at least try.
No,
Evelyn,
I'm not going to agree to manslaughter.
are you even listening to what I'm telling you?
God won't let them convict me. I know he won't. I know it.
Listen, I think God has dropped the ball here. Either that or Helen Gamble got to him. You need to prepare yourself.
It's not gonna happen!
He's going to take care of me. Now, if you could excuse me, I need to pray.
Honey, maybe we should listen to what he's trying to say here.
I need to pray.
Believe it, her face. I mean, she had this religious blank stare. She looked like Kenneth Starr.
I'm trying to tell her she's facing life in prison and she doesn't even hear me.
Have they come back with a verdict?
Not yet. I told you she was guilty. EBGB, lady. Shake, rattle, and roll.
Lucy?
It's not that we don't think he's any good.
Then why are we sitting here?
Because this isn't just any case. Our whole future rides on it. Jimmy may be good, but he certainly isn't our best. We could hire better, get outside counsel.
I've seen Tommy Silva at work. He plays the regular guy thing like a violin.
That's exactly why
Jimmy's style, I still believe, is the perfect counter. Lindsay, remember how he did in the Power Lines case?
Yes.
The case against us is stacked. Dead sister, brother accused, life ruined, father dying, the evil criminal defense lawyer. This case is tailor-made for Tommy Silva. He will tap into the people's contempt for lawyers. Jimmy is a teddy bear. He's good. In my opinion, he represents our best chance.
All right, why don't we just take a vote? All against.
All for. Mine counts for 2, remember?
Rebecca, you're a partner too. He could take all your property away as well.
Eleanor, let her make up her own mind.
I'm with Bobby.
3-3, I decide tiebreakers. Jimmy's got the case.
Wait a second.
It's in the agreement.
You basically have 3 votes now?
It's in the partnership. Jimmy will first chair, I'll be second.
Who won?
Hey, Lucy!
The jury's back now. 30 minutes.
Jimmy, quick vote. Your case.
Congratulations. Hey, you'll do great, Jimmy.
Good luck, buddy.
Will the defendant please rise? Mr. Foreman, the jury has reached a verdict.
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
Commonwealth versus Evelyn Mayfield. On the count of murder in the first degree, we find the defendant, Evelyn Mayfield, not guilty. On the count of murder in the second degree, we find the defendant, Evelyn Mayfield, guilty.
The bailiff will take the defendant into custody. The jury is dismissed with the thanks of the court. We are adjourned.
I'm filing a motion for the judge to consider reducing the verdict to manslaughter. I don't expect it to fly.
We can appeal, right?
Yeah.
We'll appeal. We'll win. It won't end like this. It'll be okay, Bobby.